All right, so the Rams have traded away Trey White, the prized free agent signing at one point, hopeful. Coming off a major injury, the Rams are trading him to the Baltimore Ravens in what you would expect from a Rams trade at this point. The Rams are going to be moving a 2027 7th-round pick and Trey White in exchange for a 2026 7th-round pick. Really, they're going to save about $1.7 million in cap, although they pretty much have the same, cap number as far as the penalty. Just want to let you guys know that this video, of course, is brought to you by our friends over at BetUS. You can get 150% bonus match on your first deposit using code YouTube150 and 125% on your next 2 deposits using that same code YouTube150. As always, be sure to bet responsibly. We'll be having best bets later on in this week for the Rams and Dolphins game. But yeah, guys, I was on Bleacher Report earlier this morning. We did a mega stream, me, Cameron Lynch, and our co-host for that show, Mitch. And I had said I thought Trey White was going to the Ravens. I like the fit for him. The hope is that, for the Ravens and why they would trade for him right now, they give up more, yards than anybody through the air. Trey White, hopefully for them, he's had a lot of time. He's been a healthy scratch the last few weeks for the Rams. So they're hoping to get somebody that can come in and help them in January, help them in the postseason. As opposed to the Rams, who I don't think they were trying to 100% move him because they didn't want him anymore. I think it really just got to the point where it was like, hey, look, Trey White wants to play. He signed here with the assumption that he wouldn't be revved up until November. Unfortunately, due to injury to Darion Kendrick, due to injury with Jerry Jacobs, and due to injury with Darius Williams, he ends up having to play week 1. He ends up having to play right away. So I'll just be honest. I think that this is the right move for both parties. This is why the Rams continue to be that team that I think a lot of veterans respect, appreciate, because of that organization. Look, it didn't work out. It's okay. We're not going to just trade you to wherever. We're going to bring you to a contender. And I would not be surprised if these two face off in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if Trey White is having to cover Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua in the Super Bowl. I really wouldn't. I think the Ravens are a great football team that had a serious issue in the secondary. I still think they do. But the hope is for them, if they get Trey White from old, then this is a really good move and they get him really cheap. For the Rams, they move some money around now. You get some breathing room. In addition to that, you also free up a roster spot. By having him as a healthy scratch every week, it just wasn't ideal, right? Trey White handled his whole thing with class. There was nothing. He didn't go to the media. He didn't complain to anybody openly. Didn't, become a distraction. So you got to give him a lot of credit for being a pro about this. But also I think the Rams did right by him as well. And again, it opens up the door now to opportunities because now you have an additional roster spot. Okay. What do you want to do with that? That depends. But now the cornerbacks on the Rams are as followed. You have Darius Williams, Ahkello Witherspoon, Kobe Durant. Those are your 3. Then you have Josh Wallace, and followed by him, you have Charles Woods. So that is that. The Rams have made do. They've moved on. It was not my favorite signing, but you know what? I give this guy a lot of credit. There's no way that was an easy situation to navigate through. Just no way at all. You go from being an all-pro level player, you've torn your ACL, you've torn your Achilles, and, the whole thing was, hey, we have this plan. You don't have to come in right away. We're going to let you really, work on it and get back up to health and get back up to the confidence because you're coming off a major injury. We're going to give you that opportunity. Well, unfortunately, the Rams didn't have a choice. So this is what ends up happening. I can sit here and say they should have signed Ahkello Witherspoon from the beginning, but you guys have already heard that multiple times. I just have to say, I appreciate Trey White. Look, it was a bad signing. But you know what? This guy went out there, despite the fact the plan was initially to use him later on in the year, get him fully acclimated. He went out there, did not complain. He never once said that, he was demanding a trade or anything like that. Didn't make it a distraction. I am bummed for him because I genuinely do, I'm rooting for these players. I don't want anybody to suffer an injury and be done. So I'm hoping he gets back to 100% and, balls out for the Ravens. But this kind of had to be done. He was just kind of just sitting there. It didn't look like the Rams were in any hurry to use him. And so they free up a roster spot. They free up some cap space. And they give Trey White a chance to play for a contender. So those are my thoughts on the move. Nothing too crazy. I don't expect anything else to happen the rest of and there's not much of it, but the rest of the trade deadline. And I will just say this as to why. I would have loved David Njoku. I would have loved for them to go out and get Devin Lloyd. But the reality is I can't hate on the Rams for not wanting to trade away draft capital when they're just so damn good at using draft picks. The last two drafts have been spectacular. They've gotten guys in day 3. A lot of those day 3 picks, they're almost just viewed as just, throw-ins, right? Oh, yeah, just give them a late day 3 and go out and get a defensive lineman. It doesn't work like that. When you're drafting as well as the Rams are on day 3, finding guys like Puka Nacua and Quentin Lake and your kicker, your punter, these contributors, right? Jordan Whittington. When you're finding guys like that, Tyler Davis, it makes it incredibly difficult to justify trading away any of those picks. So you know what? For the first time, I think since I became a content creator, it's not that I just agree with them standing pat, but I actually understand for the first time why the Rams wouldn't make a trade, because other teams may not be as good as drafting. The Rams have proven a lot of their quick rebuild, which feels like it's happened overnight. A lot of the reason behind it has been their ability to find these high-level guys in high-value situations on day 3 and just throw them in the fire and let them work. And we've now seen starters come from this, a superstar in Puka Nacua, a team captain in Quentin Lake. You cannot at all sell short of what Les Snead and Sean McVay have done deep into the draft. And that to me is why it's not just the Braden Fisk move, although I think the Braden Fisk trade up, the giving up a second rounder pretty much solidified that. But it's the fact that this is a team that once traded a lot, and now they just pick so well that they don't really feel like they can trade those picks. They probably value them more than most other teams. So those are my thoughts. Definitely changed my opinion because I still want to trade. And if they trade for Njoku or Devin Lloyd, I'd be over the moon. But I at least understand it. And I think that rationale makes a lot of sense. But let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Trey White. I wish it worked out. I know some people probably don't believe me. I really do. I was annoyed the way they treated Kello. He's still playing on probably the cheapest deal ever, giving him over 20 starts for this team of the last 2 years. I just feel like he deserved a little bit better. But Trey White, I wanted to succeed. I was kind of excited about the opportunity of him playing alongside Darius Williams and Akello Witherspoon. That never came to pass. So it is what it is. This is a business. Best of luck for him. We move forward. The Rams are 4-4. They're on a 3-game win streak. And if they don't make a move at the deadline, so be it. They moved a guy. They gave him a chance to go play somewhere else. That's some good karma right there. We'll see what ends up happening. But that's going to do it for me. Check me out on all social media at JKBogan, including Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Kick. And be sure to check out today's sponsor, BetUS, to be sure to get 150% bonus match and 125% on your 2 deposits after that using YouTube 150 as the code. I'll see you guys soon. You guys take care. Later, folks. Just want to let you guys know that we are doing all 22 live breakdowns every single week, Rams football related. over on Kick exclusively. That's kick.com/JKBogan if you want to get in on the action. And if you want a little something more than just football, I also do gaming streams as well. So check that out. Link is in the description, and hope to see you there. Do you love talking about the Rams, the NFL, or just want to be a part of a community? Join my free Discord server today. We're over 800 members. We got 24/7 live chat, a level 3 boosted server, the ability to call into JE Live, playing online games with us on Kick streams, toggleable alerts for when I go live on YouTube or Kick so you don't miss a live stream, and exclusive giveaways. Click the link in the description, the comments section, or the link that comes up in the video to learn more and join today.